We're here at the Marcus Garvey Library here in Tottenham for the Tottenham Project Film Festival. We're just about to watch the film Look for Me in the Whirlwind. We'll be talking to a few of the people that have attended and getting their views on the film festival, the Tottenham Project and the Marcus Garvey film.
On the morning of August 3rd, 1920, 46-year-old Jacob Mills shined his boots, polished his sword, and headed to Harlem to take part in one of the biggest parades in New York's history.
As a young boy, to see my father in the parade was one of the greatest things in the world. I would be right there to see him put on his tunic, and I loved to see that sword that he carried. It really made me feel very proud of him.
Mills was one of 100,000 black people marching under the red, black, and green flag of the Universal Negro Improvement Association. The world had never seen anything like it. It was all the work of one man, Marcus Garvey.
Every window that you looked at, people's heads were out to see the Marcus Garvey parade.
How did you enjoy the film this evening?
Very, very much indeed. I want to thank you all. I haven't got a lot to say, but I want to thank you all very, very much for putting on this film in here tonight of Marcus Garvey. It was very educational. It stimulated me, and I will be following all the showings that you're putting on this weekend. I'm very proud to see that this is a man from my own country, you know, that started this movement for the whole of black world, Africa.
At the age of 34, Garvey claimed millions of followers worldwide. His controversial goal, to create an independent black nation, made him one of the most powerful people in America and one of the most hated. The federal government targeted him as a threat to national security. Rival black leaders denounced him as a lunatic and a traitor to the race. But Garvey may have been his own worst enemy.
He wasn't one to take advice from others kindly. He made his own decisions, and he would rise or fall by the decisions that he made.
What were your impressions of the film?
The film, I suppose, in some context, just kind of brushed over certain information, but because I didn't really know that much about Marcus Garvey, I know the name, being a Jamaican, and like he's a national hero, whatnot, but I'm not sure exactly why he was famous to a certain extent. So the film kind of gave an impression in terms of the general things he did, which was interesting in that kind of context.
So you did learn something today then?
Yes, definitely.
And do you think Marcus Garvey in his time, you know, galvanized people, united people, brought them together? Do you think that would be possible today, and in what way?
Yes, because I know a lot of people say, like, you know, okay, he failed, or like, but I don't think any person fails, regardless. Okay, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, none of these people fail because they always leave a message. You know what I mean? The fact that they were here in the first place means that they left a message for the next generation to pick up and then pass on.
I was determined that the black man would not continue to be kicked about, as I had seen in Central America and as I had read of it in America. Where is the black man's government? Where is his king and his kingdom? Where is his president, his country, his men of big affairs? I could not find them, and then I declared, I will help to make them. My brain was afire.
As he sailed for home, Garvey's grand vision for himself and for the world clicked into place. He would unify black people scattered across the globe, and he would be their leader.
Do you think that it's relevant now in our time, the achievements of Marcus Garvey and what he did in his time? Do you think that you could gather and unite black people in the same way as he did in his time?
I am not sure that I could. I believe that what has got to do it for us, based on my experience, in the 60s, 70s, when Enoch Paul made his utterances. Unless we get direct pressure from outside, it seems as though we are still asleep. And I would hope that we would get some kind of pressure that would awake us from our slumber.
What is there that you think that is positive that we could take forward in this time?
What we've got to be able to take forward, first thing we need to be able to understand from Garvery's legacy who our natural enemy is. A segment of the human race has divided humanity, and they have identified humanity as the white man, the red man, the yellow man, the brown man, the black man. It so happens that the black man seems to be at the bottom of the pile, and every other person or every other race or every other clan discriminates against the black man. We need to be able to understand that. And therefore I would consider that the redemption of the African person is only going to come by revolution, and that revolution need not be taking up arms. The first aspect of that revolution is that we have to unshackle our minds, because our minds are still in shackles. We also need to see within ourselves beauty. We need to see within ourselves all the attributes for us to achieve what they have achieved. We also need to be able to understand that this so-called civilization, which today we think we are enjoying, was all built on the blood, tears, sweat, knowledge and contribution of our forefathers who were black. And with that understanding, carry with it a profound sense of pride and a belief in ourselves that we can achieve what we set out to achieve.
Garvey told black Americans that their history did not begin with slavery. Africa's glorious past was also theirs to claim, he said, and people who had once done great things could do them again.